All the managers here at the dealership have a main goal, and really no better way of doing it. But it's over the many years of us being in the business and us being together. Our main goal is to take care of our customers and to give them the best product at the best price, and then the best service after the sale. Let it be either in new car, truck sales, or parts, service, or body shop. So that is our main goal. Do we have better ways of different managers doing different things? Yeah, we have a few little different techniques, but to answer your question, that's just a tough question, because all the managers here at the dealership have got one goal, and that is to take care of our customer, to make sure that they are completely satisfied with every purchase that they have here at the dealership.
And do different managers hire different people?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But we have one manager, my brother Jim. He's the general manager of the dealership. He does like the last interview of the person coming to work here at the dealership, either in sales, parts, body shop, in service. And then he sits down and visits with the applicant during the time of the interview. So, but each manager has their own interview process, because it's tough for me to interview a mechanic back in the service department, because I'm not really much of a mechanic. I don't have the mechanic knowledge.
Well, as middle management, we have a unique challenge, because we take the directives from upper management and interpret it to the frontline people in order to achieve our goals, but also we take the concerns of frontline people and bring those to the attention of upper management. So we're kind of, as it says, middle. We're the middle guy. So that's kind of what our perspective is.
I would say, me being probably a younger person, I know some of the older managers, I would say that they're more, I would say, older generation, older school management skills, where a lot of times, me being younger, I kind of know at least the people that actually I can relate to them a lot better. When you have a younger, being closer to a 25-year-old than you are from a 60-year-old, you can relate a little bit, for that. But I mean, overall, I think what I bring to the table is technology. I understand technology a little bit better than some of the older managers. So. And that's kind of one of my skills, is I like computers, and I'm able to, share that with other people. That's, and I'm one that I like to help other people. I like to see people succeed so if I know something about, computers, I like to pass that along to others, see them.
Well, the big thing is the manufacturers. They have a lot of training with Toyota and Chevrolet. They have a lot of training online, computer, a lot of video that we have here at the dealership. Plus we have off-site training too, and that's where we send our mechanics and technicians and to Chicago, to St. Louis, to Indianapolis. So, but each manager sends their people to different training in different places. We just sent our F&I managers to Atlanta for some F&I finance and insurance training. So
I've not been doing this a long time, but what I've found has been most effective so far has been a team mentality. If you approach things in a team, with a team effort, usually you're more successful than if you do it just on an individual motivational basis, because everyone's motivated differently. So you have to adapt those situations to each person individually. But if you work as a group and as a team, you're usually more successful because your stronger people pick up the other folks' weaknesses. One thing that I've found to be true is that everybody wants to have their work acknowledged and recognized, and so I make a definite effort to let my people that I mentor to know that I appreciate, I notice it, and I appreciate what they do. Because I think my perspective has been, since I've worked through the ranks of my business, that I've been in their shoes, and so that gives me a definite advantage to know, what their challenges are. And so I think that's one thing that I let them know, that I understand what their challenges are.
If a customer has a complaint, or if there's some situations that need to be changed in reference to our process of in service or parts or body shop, if there's a process in the delivery process, quoting customers prices, the way the vehicle gets processed in for delivery or whatever, just to name a few, they will bring you different ideas, because when you're concentrating on the new car sales, you might forget about a process or something that might be very, very important on the pre-owned part of the business, and they'll bring it to you as far as to remind you, to help with the process. And everybody's, as I mentioned before, everybody's goal is to be 100%, make sure that customer is 100% customer satisfied.
Well, in this business, we're highly regulated, and we have a policy and procedure for everything you could possibly think of. And we also have levels of authority in order to safeguard everybody's money. And that's what we have. So you have a lot of things that have to be approved at different levels. So anybody that's below me brings their approvals to me, and then if it's above my authority, it goes to my manager. So it's just a layered effect. But a lot of it is just exceptions to policy or procedure, or like their authority, a dollar amount of their authority. If it's above theirs, they come to me. If it's above mine, I go to the next layer. So that's the majority of the things. And then there's some just, operational issues that sometimes they bring to me just because, I've had the experience and I've dealt with some of the situations. So I also get some of that to see, how do you handle this, or how did this work?
A lot of things that I tend to bring to management is maybe different ideas about maybe what we're not doing or the struggles that we have here at the bank. Those are things that I would say that we would, if I see something maybe a competitor's doing, that we're not doing, I may want to mention that to management. I know a lot of times what I like to do is share ideas with them and get their feedback. Or one thing I do is also ask their opinion. We see what ideas they have in mind.
Yeah, in the car business, there's many things that you have to think outside the box, and the big thing is that you have to think what the customer's thinking. There's so many ways that consumers are looking for prices on used, new parts and accessories. What we charge for a certain service, and now you got to put yourself in a position of what is the customer thinking when they come into our dealership. So thinking outside the box is constant. That is an all. You got to be thinking that all the time, because if you don't, time and what the consumers are thinking always changes, will just fly right by you.
Oh, every day. Contrary to what most people believe, banking is exciting and it's not boring at all, and there's always something different every day. And with our regulations and with all of the procedures that we have to follow, we have to be able to be creative in order to solve the problems, or make the loan fit, or make the situation fit, or be able to retain the customer. We have to be able to have a little creativity in order to solve those things. And so that's like an everyday occurrence. We have to try to be able to do that.
I'm a people person. I'm shaking hands. I'm talking to the customers. I'm congratulating them on their purchase, and if they have a situation, I'm right there with them. There are a lot of managers that they don't get involved in that because they might be involved in another situation or another event going on at the dealership. But my technique is I'm right there with the customer. I'm shaking hands. I'm congratulating them. I'm making sure that they are being taken care of while they're here at the dealership. So you could say that I'm kind of more of a hands-on person here at the dealership.
I think the main difference would be that since I have come through the ranks, that I've developed an empathy with the employees because I've been in their shoes. I've dealt with a family and working as a working mother, and so I've been a lot of those issues I've had to face myself. And then as customers, I've also been on the other side of the desk as a loan customer and, you know, wanting to achieve my dreams of a new home or a new car or a new business. And so I've also experienced that side of it, so I understand where they're coming from also. So I think empathy is probably the best way I can describe what I bring to the table as far as a manager.
You know, I listen first. You know, some people, you know, they hear a little bit and they want to try to answer that, you know what the issue is. I try to listen to the employee, you know, customer, whichever it is, and I try to listen before I speak, try to gather my thoughts. I'm one that, you know, I like to analyze and kind of know as much as I can before I make a suggestion or, you know, help an employee say, hey, I think maybe, you know, you gotta consider doing this. I tend to want to, you know, mention to them that training is something you'd like to do, to train people. You know, go to training, talk to the older people that you know that's worked at the company for a long period of time, because there's a lot of knowledge there that, you know, I guess I feel like I'm a sponge. I want to continue just soaking it up.
I believe that experience is the greatest teacher. And when we're young, we have, if we are self-confident, we appear to be arrogant. But when we're more mature and we are self-confident, then we're considered wise.